Alright guys, got my hauling rig set out here. We got a 16 by 44 return. They got another building, so they sending this one back. And I remember delivering this building. It was real tight coming to the driveway here. But here's the driveway. So, not a real big road, not a real big driveway. Take our time. See what happens. All right, guys. So Jesse's fixing to pull a 16, I think by 44, out of this driveway. And when I get to this driveway, you're gonna know why we're filming it. This sucker's so tight of a driveway. Me and other guy brought a 12 wide in the same place, and it was stupid tight. I don't even know how we got the 16 wide in there. But we've pulled up a mailbox. We've pulled up concreted post, steel post out of here. So we're gonna see. There's a big old building coming through there. It's gonna be tight. Woo! Yeah, mega tight. What's this side? Need to keep it straight as much as you can. Mule's smoking, he's got a leak somewhere. A little narrow. Come on, mule. You're good on this side. Shoot, yeah. Look at that. Only wheel ain't even touching. There it goes. Now it is. He's having to make a really wide turn to start cutting this grass. Yeah. Not only are we a portable building company, we're also a tree trim service and a lawn care service. So sometimes it feels like that. Shit, yeah. Don't mind me just breaking wind. What you think? Was it tight enough?
Man, that was easier than that one we came down the mountain with.
I know.
Good morning, guys. Don't mind my hair. It's a mess. I haven't fixed it today. I was going to show y'all what I've been working on yesterday, and I started working on a little bit today. I didn't even think about videoing until it was probably too late. But I'm working on our garden bed. We have raised garden bed that we had at our other house, our original house that we was living in when we first started YouTubing. And I think there was videos on of it like way back when, like a couple years ago. But we didn't do any gardening at all last year, and I was so excited to be able to plant a garden this year. And it is in a raised garden bed because I am not good with bending over a lot. I have a lot of back trouble. So my husband built this garden bed for us, and I don't know if I ever fully showed it or made a good video on it, but we did a little something different this year, and I'm so excited. And I'll like explain to y'all the plan and, you know, why everything is exactly the way it is. And I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to end up being beautiful, and I'll let y'all take a look at it. So this is the raised garden bed. It's about, I would say, 3 to 3.5 foot off the ground probably. It's about hip high on me, and I'm 5'9", but you can see this side's not done, but excuse me, a mosquito was on me. But this side is done, and I'll go over with you. There's tomatoes right here, and then kale right here. I just planted everything yesterday evening, so, or kind of like yesterday, midday yesterday. And then kale, and then habanero peppers, Tabasco peppers are next, and then we have broccoli here, and then cabbage here. And I know it's maybe not just like normal stuff that everybody would plant, but I just got what our local, we have a local grocery store, and that they had, you know, a lot of plants, and this is about all they had. But I do have a few more things that are going to go in this other side, and I'll tell you why I'm putting them in a different place and explain the other things. So originally, when we first did this garden bed, we had, when we had our tomatoes, we had the tomatoes along the outside, and I really didn't like it, and we put tomato cages, you know, like around, you know, tomato cages around it, and I just really didn't like it. You couldn't hardly get to anything else on the inside because of the tomatoes. So what we did this year, and because of some of the other plants we got, we are doing something different. We put the tomatoes right here on this side up against the inside part, and then this right here is a cattle panel with, I think, maybe 3 by 3 holes. I don't know, I'm just judging. Maybe see one, maybe, yeah, 3, looks like 3 by 3. But we made it arch over. I don't know if you can fully see it. There's a trailer. We just got this trailer. We went and got our old cattle panels from our other place, but I know it doesn't look perfect, but we'll get it more situated. But I did that, one, to give the tomatoes stability. Maybe we'll tie them off onto that. But another thing, what we're going to be putting over here on this side is I have squash and cucumbers, and I'm going to put the squash and cucumbers right here and let them grow up this, and they will be able to like grow and then just be hanging down, and I mean they can just grow to their little heart's content. And then I know this thing doesn't look very big on camera, but it's a pretty good size. It's I think these are 8-foot boards right here. So each one of these is like 5 by 4 each box. And that might not be a whole lot of room, but it's plenty for us. And what's going to go in the rest of it, we're just going to have one row that's just the squash and the cucumbers. But then everything else is just going to be watermelons and cantaloupes. It's going to be the complete rest of this thing filled up. And I didn't want to, you know, try to do watermelons on the, you know, on this thing right here, because I figured they'd get too heavy. I know we could probably like get little mesh baskets and kind of like, you know, put them in there if they did start getting bigger, but I just didn't want to deal with all of that. Maybe we'll do something like that in the future, but for now, just starting back gardening again after a year off, this is what I was comfortable with doing. But I think it's going to be really pretty after this, just this whole arch right here just fills up. And what we did is the cattle panel was just long enough to go all the way to the ground over here, but even if it didn't, we were going to put a board over here, and these boards were already here. They're actually there to kind of, this building right here is a newer one that we've got. I don't think y'all have seen it. It's not really new, but someone just gave it to us because Jesse delivered them another building, and they just gave this one away to us. So it's just, you know, it's a newer one that new to us that we've just got. And the siding was coming off like everywhere. You see all these little boards, the siding was coming off, so on the seams of the siding he just nailed boards for right now just to hold it on, just so he could just move it down the road, because it was coming to pieces. It was really bad. So what we did is stapled these big like fence staples, use those and put them into the boards where we could all the way right there. And that is gonna be our little archway, and it still gave room for us to walk through there. I like to be able to walk through all the buildings. We have several buildings here now. You know, just this one was actually one that was already here. I don't know if y'all seen us moving it, but, and then this is the newest one that we've put in. I just didn't get much video of it. And I parked over there because we pulled in here yesterday and kind of almost got stuck, so I didn't dare pull in here again. But this is the newest building, and there's 3 other buildings. The one on the end is not ours. We're keeping it for a friend until they can get it on their property. But, and this trailer, we just got this trailer, y'all. This was one that Jesse had bought from a friend, was getting rid of it, and the axles were like super bent. They actually were like almost a U shape when Jesse took them off, but he got a really good deal on it, and he just put some new axles on it, and it is good to go. Brand new to us trailer, and we've been using it like crazy. Oh, and he did put lights on it. None of the lights worked. He ran lights on there and all that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of twist this around a little bit to make it a little bit straighter, but I'm so excited about it. I think it's gonna be great. And then there's our I left our watermelon, cucumbers, and squash and cantaloupe under there. That way they wouldn't be in the bright direct sun. I didn't want them to get scorched or anything. But yeah, I'm about to get to it. I'm gonna get all these bags opened and spread all this dirt out, and then get to planting. I'll try to get y'all a little bit of video of that. can see they're not like super evenly spaced, but I wasn't too worried about it because they are going to be going up the trellis, as you would say, or the cattle panel. but that's that. And then now I'll get to doing, I think I'm gonna do watermelon on one side and cantaloupe on the other side. Just like split it right down the middle. I'm gonna give them plenty of space for those because I know they usually need a lot of space. Okay, my hands are super dirty, but here we are. I'll still do a little bit more tweaking and shaping to try to get it, because I'm a little OCD when it comes to stuff like that. But yeah, get it all done and then water it. So I'm excited. We're gonna have these all going up there. Tomatoes will be able to fall on there and have some support that way and not have to put tomato cages all through there. And cantaloupe and watermelon have plenty of space to grow and just do as they please. So I still have a row right here of nothing. If y'all know what I should grow, let me know of something else to put in here. But there you have it. I'm excited. I'll keep y'all updated on how it's doing. But here's our garden. The beginning of our homestead here on our new property. We hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great day. God bless you.